Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a T1 heavy tank. It's a Tier 5 American heavy tank and it's located on the north spawn of Ensk under the command of Town Terrier. And alongside him is Mad Max, and that he's in the British Tier 5 Premium, the Excelsior. And they're off. Well, Town Terrier is going straight ahead, using the fast speed of the T1 Heavy. It's an interesting heavy tank, but it was very, very poor on armour. Had a decent gun for its period, but very, very poor armour, very big silhouette, which meant obviously it was easy to hit. And there was only a limited production of these tanks, mostly prototypes, before it was cancelled, and they went for other tanks instead. Nice hit there on the T28 for 124. Now he's only using standard ammo. Ooh, DW2, and he just tracks him there. The alpha damage is 115 and penetration of 128. He's got the 76mm gun, and that Type 95 just hit our tracks. Now, if we can fire another couple rounds in, he'll finish him off altogether. That's it, we got him. But we did take some damage, 51 hit points off that Type 95 and track damage. Okay, there's an OI Experimental. That's quite a dangerous tank, Japanese heavy. Penetration is 128, as I said, and that means it can go through quite a lot of tanks, including that Matilda that's up ahead on the enemy team. He's just coming around that corner there. There he is. No, that didn't go through because it was wrong angle, but that did. 109 hit points low roll. Another hit, and the Matilda's down. The enemy's losing by 4 tanks, and Max is moving ahead of us. There he is. Having a go at that OI. He's poking that corner. Unfortunately, the Excelsior has similar problems to the T1 Heavy, and the armour is good at the front but dreadful at the sides. And Mad Max is going around the corner and he's been badly damaged, and he's gone. Unfortunately lost our platoon mate, and we're having difficulty penetrating the OI. It's best to penetrate the OI from the sides. The frontal armour is actually quite strong. Now you can shoot into the boobies, that's also a weak point. And he's now doing that, and he's getting good results. And that one went through the sides. No, not that one. Now he's actually using heat ammo, HE ammo at the moment. And yep, there's another round. And he bounced around into the tracks, fires another one in 43. One more shot. Oh no, it's not enough. One more. And it doesn't work. Oh, we're leading hit points. But he takes out the OI. Unfortunately, we lost a lot of hit points there to the OI Experimental. Well over 300, in fact closer to 400 hit points of damage. So we're now down to 236 and we've lost our driver. But even so, the T1 Heavy is still capable of going quite fast, and he's put his driver back in. Go for the Hetzer. Rear. Yes, nice shot. That's his third kill. Now we've got some dangerous enemies up ahead. There's a KV-1 Soviet Tier 5 Heavy, and depending on which gun he's got, he could be very, very difficult to take down. And there's an M41 HMC. One shot in. One shot more to kill. Yes, gets it. Okay, KV-1 just around the corner. If he goes around the corner, KV-1's going to know he's coming because he obviously has to go through the cap. Now, just aiming for the strip along the front of the vehicle, where the driver's port is. That's the weak point. He's going for the lower plate, actually, but he has got the pen to go through that lower plate. One more hit, and he's gone. And he gets the kill. That's his 5th kill now. One more, and he's got the top gun. And he is capping. But he's not going to cap out because there's an enemy capping at the other end, and in fact there's only one left on both sides, so we're just going to drive up the other end and shoot that enemy and take the victory. Now the T1 Heavy actually had a cast hull. which is quite novel for the time. Most hulls have actually been welded together, and in fact actually the US Army did actually use both welded and cast hulls for the M4 when it came out, and they used bolted hulls for the M3. Now, where did that enemy go? It's a T-34. Hopefully he hasn't got the 57mm gun, because that is quite dangerous, and it'll only take well, maybe about 5-6 hits from that T-34 to take us out, but he's very low health, and it'll only take one shot from us to take that T-34 down. And we're close enough now to get a shot on him. We could shoot through these buildings, but we're not doing that. We're just going to approach rapidly as we can, and yes, that's the game, and the Top Gun, and victory. So, well done, town. Wow, look at that damage at the front. 2 marks on his T1 Heavy. And here's the end of battle results. An ace tank of a Town Terrier in the T1 Heavy. He also got a shell proof for blocking more damage than the hit points of his own vehicle, a duelist for taking down 2 tanks who damaged him, a fiver effect for doing more damage than the hit points of his own vehicle, and a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 5 exactly. But best of all, he picked up epic medals. He got the high caliber for dealing the most damage in the battle, a Top Gun for getting at least 6 kills, and he also picked up a steel wall for blocking the most damage in the battle, at least 11 hits and over 1,000 hit points of total damage blocked. Well, look at that. Win 8 of 7947, Super Unicum Standard. So let's have a look at team score. Well, he came top on that, 1,855 hit points of damage, but the OI Experimental had 1,846, so he won it by only 9 hit points in the end. He took down the OI Experimental, but he came very, very close to losing that high caliber. Town managed to get 6 kills. The next high scorer was the T-34, managed to get 4, and then the T-28 who got 3. And then when it came to base experience points, he got 1,226. The next highest scorer was the OI Experimental with 624, and then came Mad Max with 528. He did 758 hit points of damage, and he got 1 kill during that game. Let's have a look at the detail report. Well, Town fired 37 rounds during that game. He got 34 direct hits and 16 penetration, splash damage on 7, and total damage of 1,855 hit points, all at close range. He received 16 hits from the enemy. 4 of them were penetrations, 11 non-penetrations, and 1 hit as a result of splash damage. I think you can put that down to the fact that a large number of the shells were actually hitting the tracks, and obviously they just weren't able to get through. Because really the front of the T1 Heavy as well as the sides, incredibly weak armor, and it's very easy to penetrate if you know where to put the shell. He blocked damage of 890 hit points. He spotted 2 enemy vehicles, damaged 9 of the enemy, killed 6 of them, and did damage assistance of 432 hit points. On a premium account, he earned 44,594 credits, and after repair, ammunition resupply and consumables, he took away 32,492 credits. He received 3 bonds for getting the high caliber, the Top Gun, and the steel wall, and he also received 1,839 XP times 2 for the first victory, took away 3,678 experience points altogether. So a very nice round there by Town Terrier in the T1 Heavy. In fact, it is a difficult tank to play well, mainly because if the enemy knows where to hit you, then they can take you out fairly easily. And it's unfortunate for that T-34 driver that he didn't know that if he actually stayed at distance and used his gun at a distance, it would have been more difficult for Town to hit him, because the T1 Heavy has very poor gun handling. And that's one of the reasons why whenever you do encounter a T1 Heavy, stay well away from it or get on its side to pump the rounds into the weak armor at the side, and he'll find it very hard to fire back at you if you're firing at range. So if you enjoyed that replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in the next video.